Whenever life shakes around you, whenever the winds rise, whenever the clouds turn dark, remember this one truth: every storm that comes into your life is not meant to destroy you. Some storms are meant to redirect you, wake you up, strengthen you, and push you toward the destiny God already prepared for you. Today's message is for that person who feels like everything is crashing at once: responsibilities, emotions, relationships, finances, faith, patience. Everything feels heavy. You're trying to hold it together, but your spirit is tired. You're praying, but answers feel delayed. You're moving, but results feel slow. And deep inside, a quiet fear keeps whispering, "What if this storm breaks you?" But I want you to hear this clearly. The storm is not a sign of your ending, it is a sign of your rising. Because sometimes God uses storms to push you where comfort never would. From the very beginning of your life, you were not designed to be ordinary. There is a calling on your name, a purpose stitched into your breath, a destiny written long before you ever took your first step. But destiny doesn't show up in comfort. Destiny doesn't come when everything is smooth and predictable. Destiny often appears wrapped inside challenges, confusion, temporary loss, and unexpected storms. You see, storms expose what calm seasons hide. Storms reveal your strength. Storms uncover your faith. Storms shake loose everything that was never meant to go with you into your next chapter. Because the truth is, if God allowed the storm, it means there is something on the other side of it that you cannot reach by staying where you are. Sometimes you are praying for change, but you resist the very storm that brings the change. Sometimes you are asking God for a breakthrough, but you get afraid when He breaks what was holding you back. Sometimes you ask for peace, but you run when God removes the people disturbing your peace. Storms are not always punishment. Sometimes storms are preparation. And right now, if your life feels heavy, if you feel pushed, shaken, or stretched, you are not being attacked, you are being aligned. Think about this: a seed cannot grow unless it is buried in darkness. A butterfly cannot fly unless it struggles inside the cocoon. A diamond cannot shine unless it is pressed under intense pressure. And you cannot step into your God-given destiny without going through a storm that forces you to become the stronger version of yourself. Your storm is not here to break you. Your storm is here to build you. Your storm is here to shape you. Your storm is here to shift you into your next season. Sometimes God will let the wind blow so hard that you have no choice but to move. Because where you are is too small for where He's taking you. Some connections are too weak for the new level you're entering. Some habits cannot survive in the version of you that destiny requires. Some environments are too limited for the blessing that's coming your way. So when you refuse to move, God sends a storm to move you. It's not a sign of abandonment, it's a sign of divine protection. But I know, when you're in the middle of the storm, it doesn't feel like protection. It feels scary. It feels uncertain. It feels lonely. And you start questioning everything: your path, your decisions, your prayers, even your worth. But hear this: the storm doesn't mean God is far from you. The storm means God is fighting for you. When the wind is strong, God is strengthening you. When people walk away, God is clearing the path. When plans fall apart, God is making space for better. When you feel pushed, God is repositioning you. Because destiny doesn't come to the comfortable, it comes to the courageous. Let me remind you of something powerful. Every great person in history, every leader, every chosen one, every person used by God, each of them had to face storms before stepping into their purpose. No exceptions. No shortcuts. Moses had to face the Red Sea. Joseph had to face betrayal. David had to face Goliath. Daniel had to face the lions. And even Jesus faced a storm before calming it. So why do you fear yours? Your storm is not a punishment, it is proof that something greater is coming. Storms are signs that you are transitioning. And transitions are always uncomfortable because they pull you out of what you know into something bigger than what you've imagined. One day, you will look back at this season and realize, if that storm never happened, you wouldn't have discovered your strength. You wouldn't have awakened your gifts. You wouldn't have connected with the right people. You wouldn't have left toxic environments. You wouldn't have learned the lessons you needed. You wouldn't have stepped into the destiny waiting for you. Sometimes the storm you feared the most becomes the reason you grew the most. Right now, God is not asking you to understand everything. He's asking you to trust Him through everything. He's asking you to believe that what feels like pressure is actually preparation. He's asking you to let go of fear and hold on to faith. He's asking you to walk forward even if the wind is strong. Because where He's taking you is bigger than the storm you're facing. Yes, the storm is loud. Yes, the storm is unsettling. Yes, the storm is shaking pieces of your life you wanted to keep stable. But what if the storm is clearing your path? What if the storm is removing what you prayed for God to remove? What if the storm is forcing out the old version of you that cannot enter the next chapter? What if the storm is the answer to a prayer you forgot you prayed? God never wastes a storm. Every pressure has purpose. Every push has intention. Every shake has meaning. Your destiny is too important for God to leave you in places that limit your growth. That's why He is allowing the storm. Because there is something ahead that requires a better, stronger, wiser version of you. So instead of fearing the storm, start understanding its assignment. The storm is not here to stop you. It's here to start you. The storm is not your enemy. It is your transition. The storm is not the end. It is the doorway into your next season. So breathe. Gather your courage. Hold your faith. And keep walking. Because the same God who allowed the storm will also guide you through it. He will not leave you halfway. He did not bring you this far just to abandon you now. He is still with you in every wave, every wind, every uncertainty. And every step you take through this storm is a step deeper into your calling. One day soon, the clouds will break. The winds will settle. The path will clear. And you will understand why everything had to happen the way it did. You will see the blessing hidden beneath the pressure. You will feel the strength born from your struggles. You will witness doors opening that you once thought were impossible. And you will rise, not the same, but transformed. So don't fear the storm. Face it with faith. Walk through it with courage. Because this storm, this very storm you're facing right now, is pushing you straight into your destiny. And when you reach the other side, you're going to thank God for every moment that ever tried to break you. Because it actually built you. Your destiny is closer than you think. Your breakthrough is nearer than it looks. Your blessing is bigger than you can imagine. Don't fear the storm. Embrace the shift. Because your destiny is calling. And the storm is simply guiding you toward it. And as you keep walking forward, you'll begin to notice something powerful. The storm that once intimidated you no longer has the same control over your heart. The fear that once silenced you can no longer dictate your decisions. The doubts that once held you back can no longer chain your purpose. Because every step you take through adversity is a step that transforms your identity. You are not the same person who first entered this storm. You are evolving in ways you can't even see yet. And this evolution, this inner strengthening, this awakening inside you, is exactly what destiny requires. You see, some storms don't come to test what you have, they come to test who you are becoming. They reveal whether you are building your life on fear or on faith. Whether you are choosing limitation or courage. Whether you are guided by your past pain or your future purpose. A storm reveals your foundation, and right now, God is strengthening that foundation so deeply that nothing in your future will be able to shake you again. And as this transformation happens within you, you begin to see life differently. You start noticing lessons in the wind, wisdom in the waves, growth in the pressure. You begin to realize that storms don't just happen around you, they happen for you. They happen to introduce you to the strongest version of yourself. They happen to reveal the calling you've been ignoring. They happen to push you away from what is small and into what is meant for your spirit. Because God never created you to stay trapped in a limited place. He created you for expansion, for influence, for purpose. But expansion requires stretching. Influence requires responsibility. Purpose requires preparation. And storms are part of that preparation. Sometimes you pray. God used me. But you forget that before God uses a person, He strengthens them. Sometimes you pray, God, elevate me. But elevation always comes after pruning and pressure. Sometimes you pray, God, change my life. But that change begins when the storm removes what you were afraid to let go of. So instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this storm preparing me for? Because every storm brings something with it. Some storms bring clarity. Some bring direction. Some bring new opportunities. Some bring closure. Some bring alignment. Some bring the truth about people around you. Some bring the truth about yourself. And some storms bring a breakthrough disguised as a breakdown. This season may feel overwhelming now, but one day you'll look back and say, if that storm didn't hit my life when it did, I would have never become who I am today. So breathe into the process. Let the wind push away what was never meant to stay. Let the rain wash away the fears that have clung to your spirit for too long. Let the thunder awaken the courage inside you. Because storms shake you, but they also shape you. And while you're walking through this storm, remember this: storms don't last forever. They never have, and they never will. Seasons change. Winds calm. Clouds part. And light always returns. No matter how heavy this feels right now, the storm has an expiration date. The pain has an end point. The confusion has a limit. Your heart may be tired, but your story is still unfolding. And God's timing is never late. While you are worrying, God is working. While you are doubting, God is orchestrating. While you are crying, God is restoring. While you are waiting, God is building something greater than what you lost. Because storms are temporary, but destiny is permanent. There will come a moment when everything suddenly makes sense. That moment when the pieces fall into place. When the people meant for your life show up. When the opportunities align with your purpose. When the blessings arrive at the exact moment you are ready to handle them. That moment is coming. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to force it. You don't need to fear the timing. You just need to stay faithful through the storm. And as you remain faithful, you begin to discover something even deeper, something many people never realize. Storms reveal the presence of God more than calm seasons ever will. Because you don't truly see God in comfort, you see Him in chaos. You don't see Him in predictability, you see Him in the unknown. You don't feel Him the most when everything is smooth, you feel Him when everything is shaking. When the people you trusted walked away but somehow you still stood strong, that was God. When your plans fell apart but something inside you kept believing, that was God. When you cried at night but woke up with enough strength to try again, that was God. When you thought it was over but a small voice whispered, keep going, that was God. Storms reveal His presence, His protection, His guidance, His power. Not the storm itself, but the strength you discover inside it. And what's even more amazing? Storms often redirect you toward blessings you didn't even know you needed. That job you lost? Maybe it wasn't aligned with your purpose. That friend who left? Maybe their chapter in your story was over. That plan that failed? Maybe God had something better that required space. That delay that frustrated you? Maybe it was divine protection. God doesn't take without giving. He doesn't close without opening. He doesn't shake without securing. He doesn't move without purpose. And right now, He is moving in your life in ways you cannot see. You may feel the wind, but behind that wind is direction. You may feel the pressure, but behind that pressure is elevation. You may feel the chaos, but behind that chaos is clarity. You may feel the breakup, the loss, the rejection, the confusion, but behind all of it is a redirection into the destiny that has always belonged to you. Nothing in your life is random. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is unnoticed. Every tear, every prayer, every disappointment, every delay. All of it is being woven into a story you will one day tell with gratitude. Because there is no destiny without storms. There is no purpose without pressure. There is no breakthrough without battles. There is no strength without struggle. But there is a promise. You will not go through this storm alone. You will not fail in this season. You will not lose what is meant for you. And you will not come out empty. You will rise. You will overcome. You will transform. You will reach what God has prepared for you. But for that to happen, you must stop fearing the storm and start trusting the one who controls it. Because when God guides the wind, it doesn't destroy, it directs. When He sends the rain, it doesn't drown, it cleanses. When He allows the thunder, it doesn't scare, it awakens. When He moves through the storm, He doesn't push you down, He pushes you forward. Every storm in your life is a divine push. A push out of comfort. A push out of limitation. A push out of fear. A push out of the old version of you. A push into your destiny. So instead of saying, "God, stop the storm," start saying, "God, strengthen me through the storm." Instead of saying, "I can't handle this," start saying, "I'm being built for something greater." Instead of saying, "Everything is falling apart," start saying, "Everything is falling into place." Because your words shape your perspective. Your perspective shapes your decisions. Your decisions shape your path. And your path leads you to your destiny. No storm can stop what God has spoken over your life. No wind can blow away what He has blessed. No darkness can hide what He has chosen. No battle can defeat what He has destined. You are stronger than you know. You are braver than you feel. You are more capable than you believe. And you are far closer to your breakthrough than you realize. So keep going. Keep believing. Keep standing. Keep trusting. Keep moving even if it's slow. Because this storm, this exact storm in your life right now, is preparing you for a level of peace, clarity, purpose, and blessing that will make you forget every hardship you ever survived. And when that moment comes, and it will come, you will understand why God didn't let you give up. You will see why He allowed the storm. You will recognize His hand in every detour. And you will walk into your destiny not broken, but rebuilt. Not afraid, but unstoppable. Not lost, but aligned. Don't fear the storm. It's not your enemy, it's your vehicle. Your destiny is waiting. And the storm is simply delivering you there. And as you continue moving forward, something inside you starts to shift in a deeper, quieter way. You begin to feel a new kind of strength rising in you, not loud, not dramatic, but steady. It's the kind of strength that doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. The kind of strength that is born after surviving what once felt impossible. The kind of strength that whispers, "If I made it through that, I can make it through anything." This is what storms do. They refine your resilience, sharpen your focus, deepen your faith, and expand your spirit. They take away the fear of future battles because you've already seen what you're capable of. They take away the doubt that once weakened you because you've already witnessed yourself standing in moments where you thought you'd fall. They take away the voices that once held power over you because now you've heard the voice of God louder than anything else. And when this inner shift happens, you start walking differently. Not with arrogance, but with assurance. Not with fear, but with clarity. Not with hesitation, but with quiet confidence. Because now, you're not just surviving the storm, you're understanding its purpose. You're recognizing its lessons. You're seeing how the pieces fit. You're noticing how everything that once felt random is actually working together for your good. You start realizing that if certain people hadn't left, you wouldn't have grown. If certain plans hadn't failed, you wouldn't have learned. If certain doors hadn't closed, you wouldn't have been redirected. If certain storms hadn't hit, you wouldn't have been prepared. Nothing was wasted. Not one tear, not one prayer, not one disappointment. All of it shaped you into someone who can carry the weight of their destiny. Because the future God has for you isn't small. It isn't light. It isn't ordinary. It requires depth. It requires wisdom. It requires stability. It requires strength you didn't know you needed, strength that only storms can create. And as you step into this new understanding, you also begin to notice something else. Your relationship with yourself begins to heal. You stop being so hard on yourself. You stop speaking to yourself like you're weak or broken. You stop judging your mistakes with cruelty. Instead, you start seeing yourself the way God sees you, growing, learning, evolving, becoming. You realize that every time you doubted yourself, God never doubted you. Every time you felt alone, God was carrying you. Every time you felt lost, God was guiding you. Every time you felt unworthy, God was preparing a blessing that proved otherwise. This storm didn't come to destroy your identity. It came to reveal it. You are chosen. You are strengthened. You are protected. You are guided. You are becoming exactly who you were always meant to be. And as this realization settles inside you, the fear that once sat heavy on your chest begins to fade. Not because the storm is over yet, but because you finally understand that the storm cannot control your destiny. It cannot rewrite your future. It cannot break what God has blessed. It cannot overpower the purpose on your life. The storm may shake your circumstances, but it cannot shake your calling. The storm may change your direction, but it cannot change your destination. The storm may test your faith, but it cannot take your favor. You start to understand that the storm is temporary, but the transformation is permanent. And soon, you begin to feel gratitude for things that didn't go your way, for people who left, for moments that hurt, for the pressure that shaped you. Gratitude for the storm itself, because without it you wouldn't have awakened the strength you carry now. You start realizing that God trusted you with this storm because He knew what He placed inside you. He knew you were strong enough. He knew you were capable. He knew this storm wouldn't drown you, it would develop you. And while you keep moving forward, the atmosphere around your life slowly begins to shift. You start seeing new opportunities rising from places you once thought were empty. You start meeting people who feel aligned with your spirit. You start feeling peace where you once felt pressure. You start receiving clarity where you once had confusion. You start stepping into blessings that once felt out of reach. And suddenly you realize, this storm didn't set you back, it positioned you. This storm didn't weaken you, it refined you. This storm didn't delay you, it prepared you. This storm didn't break you, it built you. You became stronger, wiser, kinder, more courageous, more disciplined, more aligned. You became someone who can carry their destiny without being crushed by it. Someone who can walk into the next chapter with confidence. Someone who understands that storms don't come to take from you, they come to deliver you into the next phase of your purpose. And when you finally step out of this storm, and you will step out different. You will step out elevated. You will step out awakened. You will step out ready. Because storms don't leave you the same. They leave you transformed. And long after the clouds clear, long after the thunder quiets, long after the wind settles, the strength you gained will stay with you. The wisdom you earned will guide you. The growth you experience will bless you. And the destiny you reach will remind you why everything had to happen exactly the way it did. So keep going. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Because this storm isn't blocking your destiny. This storm is pushing you into it. And as you move forward, something even more beautiful begins to happen inside you. You stop rushing the process and start respecting it. You stop asking, when will this end? And start saying, what is this teaching me? You stop fearing what you can't control and start trusting the God who controls everything. And with every small step you take, the storm loses the power it once had over your emotions. You begin to walk with a quiet confidence, knowing that whatever tries to shake you now will only strengthen you further. You realize that the storm didn't come to break your spirit, it came to reveal your spirit. It came to show you who you are when everything else is stripped away. It came to show you that you are stronger than fear, bigger than doubt, and greater than anything that tried to stop you. And soon, the same storm you once prayed to escape becomes the storm you thank God for. Because without it, you wouldn't have discovered the version of yourself that was always meant to rise. So keep moving forward. Keep trusting His timing. Your destiny is not after the storm. Your destiny is being formed inside the storm.